Oh, hi. You caught me working on the TSA website. I wanted to talk to you about drones. We conducted an interview with David Schubert, the DeSoto Trail Elementary School technology specialist, and asked him a few questions about the school's drone. I wanted to share what he had to say.
My name's David Schubert. I'm the technology specialist at DeSoto Trail Elementary School. The school uses our drone to take aerial photos, especially of the progress on the construction of our new classroom building and cafeteria, but also to document other events on our school, like outdoor ceremonies and PE activities. We used it earlier this year to film our 5th graders' bike ride field trip around the neighborhood, and we've also used it for aerial photography projects where our students and teachers create a design by wearing specific colors and sitting in a specific arrangement. And that's just kind of like a kinesthetic activity that unites our students while teaching them a number of art concepts. The drone we have has an attached camera, so it's proven to be a convenient and cost-effective way to take pictures and videos around our campus. And we've also shown it to our students as an example of some physics and mathematics principles that they're learning and to get them thinking about future technologies. Our personal experience here at the school with using drones has been pretty limited to photography applications. It's been much more cost-effective to use a drone, and in some cases we've been able to take pictures and video that wouldn't even have been possible with a regular camera. For example, a large portion of our campus is currently sectioned off for construction because it would be dangerous for students or school employees to walk onto the ground of the construction site. So without a drone, we really wouldn't even be able to go over there and get pictures of the progress on the new building. But with the drone, we can get new pictures every week to show our students the progress and to monitor that everything's being done correctly. And then another big thing was our aerial art projects, which we actually used to do with a crane and a camera, and it was very expensive to set all that up. And I think even some schools have commissioned like an airplane to come fly over to take aerial photos of the school at times. So it's much cheaper, and it kind of gives us the flexibility to just kind of run out there and take pictures whenever we need an aerial photo. But we wouldn't really have that elevation with just a regular camera otherwise. I did a lot of research in choosing which drone to purchase, and in the process I kind of learned a lot about the different parts of a drone in order to use it effectively and safely. And a big part of that is familiarizing yourself with the setup process for whichever drone you choose, since there are some differences between different models. The setup and maintenance of a drone includes installing the propellers, and there are different types of propellers made out of different materials that perform in different ways. Some are louder than others, some are faster than others, so you kind of have to pick those components and then put them together. And then over time the propellers actually can show some wear, or if you were to accidentally run into something, they might break off and need to be replaced. So I've had to kind of do that kind of maintenance on our drone, replacing propellers and installing firmware updates fairly frequently, which adds new features and fixes software bugs. So the drone that we have is the DJI Phantom 3 Advanced, and I think most of the DJI Phantom line works kind of the same way. When you take it out of the box, you've got to kind of screw on the propellers. You want to charge the batteries. You want to make sure the software is up to date. You need to download an app on your smartphone or tablet, whatever you're using to attach to the remote control. You've got to charge up the remote control, and then there's a whole process of orienting the drone, kind of calibrating its compass and different sensors like that. So the websites of the manufacturers of the drones usually have a really great guide to follow, but I think it's a really important process to walk through to make sure that you're operating it safely and in a way that's not going to do damage to the drone or to anyone around the drone. We haven't really had any serious issues. There are some limitations. The battery life isn't ideal, although it hasn't been a major problem for us. Just with the applications we've been doing, we've been able to operate within about a half hour of battery life. And the batteries are interchangeable, so in the event that we did need an hour or so, we just had to kind of plan to land it and swap out the battery. I've heard that the drones that don't come with a camera built in can be much more difficult to get operating efficiently once you install a camera, because the extra weight kind of brings it down. I think if I were trying to think of improvements I hope that they make, it'd be nice if they didn't make as much noise, and it'd be nice if they could carry heavier things. But both of those are kind of physics challenges that is just going to require more innovation with different types of materials and different ideas to kind of figure out a way to work within the physics of it in order to improve those aspects. But really we haven't had any major issues. We've been very careful from the beginning to try to operate it safely, operating it away from people, making sure the compass is calibrated and everything. But really, we haven't had anything really terribly unexpected happen. And even though we are making sure we take the proper precautions, we haven't even had an incident that would have been a bad situation if we hadn't been taking those precautions. So yeah, everything's worked pretty smoothly for us. I think drones are an extremely promising technology. Their potential for delivering products is certainly compelling, and it's even more compelling to think about their potential for delivering life-saving resources to people who need them. I also think that they will be used to give us new perspectives on the weather and pictures of things we couldn't see before. There are a lot of regulatory questions, but I really do believe that it's possible to create rules for appropriate use that don't hold us back, or that don't hold the technology's potential back.